G'day pals, and welcome back to the Wandering Village, where I have double bad news. The first thing is we're still completely out of water. And the second one is that Onbu is 40% poisoned. I mean, really, that's not new. That's been for the last 2 episodes. But we finally have something that we can do about that because we actually have an antitoxin now. This little guy over here that we made last episode. Oh, and I guess the third bad thing is that Onbu's at 62% health, but we'll fix that very shortly. So the way we're going to fix the toxicity is with our Onbu doctor, we're going to use our antitoxin. This should restore 25% of Onbu's poison level. It looks like Adari's on the way to the material storage, so hopefully she's going to pick up the antitoxin straight away. No food breaks, please, Adari. Oh, yes, she's got it. W Villager right here. Working hard from the start. Now we load it into the big air balloon that we've got here. Wait, why isn't anything happening? Adari! I can't believe you did it. She stopped for a food break before trying to cure Onbu of his poison. Well, you know what? I guess that's safe. We don't want you passing out in your hot air balloon, I guess. All right, and off we go. Right over into Onbu's little snoot. I guess it goes up the nostril. I'm not quite sure what they do with Onbu when they float their hot air balloon around there. But we should see his poison go way down. It's at 40% down to 15%. Okay, perfect. There you go, Onbu. Now you're a bit healthier. The bad news, I guess, is that we're walking right into a desert. And that is really bad because now our air wells are at 0% production speed. We're not actually making any water whatsoever, and we still have 0. Our beet farms are also not going to work, but that does mean that we can now start to plant cacti on this farm, and that will let us make water, which is a big relief, actually. So for right now, I'm going to turn off all of our air wells so the people inside them can go and do other jobs. We'll boost up our farmers growing cacti. And this second farm here is going to start growing corn. That's very important that we get some food going. All right, they're doing amazingly. They're putting the cactus in the ground already. Abdel, love your work. Now, unfortunately, the antitoxin's quite expensive, and we can't grow any more herbs right now because we don't have the water to actually do that. So I'll just pause this Onbu doctor for now as well. Onbu's getting seriously hungry as well. He's at 84%. But we've stockpiled up to 11 mushroom balls, so it's time we launch one of those at Onbu, I guess. Oh, Onbu's actually starving. This is really not good. All right, this is my favorite part. Using the feeding trebuchet. Here you go, Onbu. Oh, scoff that down, please. That's one meatball, and once the cooldown's done, we'll try and shoot a second one as well. All right, what are we walking towards in here? Oh my gosh, Onbu, you're being chased by sandworms. Luckily, they've gone the other direction. That's not too bad. Looks like we're also contending with a medium sandstorm, which could do a lot of damage. We're just about to walk into that. And our scavengers are just finishing up over on this desert island. So once they're done, we'll explore some of these settlements. Hopefully we can get more villagers. Oh man, we've hit the sandstorm. Onbu getting a pretty major exfoliation there. Wait, some damage has happened. We've lost a berry gatherer. I'm going to repair that actually. That's only 7 wood. That's pretty good. And we also lost our hornblower, which we really need to repair. That could be really important. Also, Onbu's getting another meatball as we speak. Okay, how's our water looking right now? We're still at 0. Fantastic. We're at day 86 though. This couldn't possibly be a repeat of day 37. Surely. We've made it too far for that. Okay, we've got Roxy, Adari, and Alistair fixing up this berry gatherer. That's going to be done in no time. Oh, and our scavengers are back with 40 sand and 30 stone. Actually, I'm going to send them out straight away. At this one here, we could get 2 to 3 settlers. That could be really useful. 50 corn from that one. That's 30 bread. Yeah, for right now, I think we're going to go with the people. That seems to be the best one to me. Although normally I wouldn't want to miss out on the sand. We're going to have to this time. It also looks like we're coming up to a crossroads a bit further down here, and I can see just peeking through the fog. That looks like a mountains biome, which is going to be really important. But of course, I can't pick where we're going because the hornblower's dead. It's currently being resurrected by 3 of our villagers, so that's really good. We've got Dar, Adari, and Alistair, the dream team. Perfect. Okay, there we go. That's our hornblower. So let's tell Onbu to go northeast into the mountain biome. Oh man, he always accepts our commands at the moment. We must be best friends. All right, now the other goal we had was to make sure our happiness was above this minimum level. At the moment, we're really not doing well. And that's mainly for 2 reasons. Our food variety is not great, and our housing quality sucks. Mostly because everybody's living in this giant flop house where they're prone to getting disease. But we have have been slowly building out these huts, which are much better quality. Now, actually, speaking of good quality housing, we do have a lot of research points to spend. So we've got the choice of going into something like this, the boarding house, which is much better quality housing than the flop house. But we could also go a bit further up the tree and get something like the cottage over here. Our brick furnace is complete, so we can actually start to make bricks now. But these cottages are actually really expensive to build. But actually, the thing I really want is this trade post. That's going to be a safeguard for us running out of things like water and food in the long run. But of course, we need so many more wooden planks than we currently have. So why don't we make that our goal? I'm going to open up our second carpenter, and we're going to get all of our wood cutting camps really ramping into action. Oh, Onbus just evacuated his bowels. It's time to collect the riches, because we're still converting this into biogas, which is something we need to combat all of this infestation that we've got on Onbus back. Like these Ella fleas, for example. We're letting a few of them stick around at the moment. There's a total of 7 on Onbus back. But right now, we're just kind of farming them for eggs, which if we really need to, we can cook these into some kind of a food. Kind of sounds disgusting. Ella flea eggs on toast, anyone? All right, how's our water going? I see some. We're definitely making water, which is fantastic news. And we've actually got some in storage now. I can't believe it. It was all being used up on our farms before that, but we may have finally got an excess again. All right, here goes Onbu. Please make the turn to the mountains. I don't want to be in the desert anymore. Yes, there he goes. Thank goodness we can finally start to produce water again once we get over here. And there is a rock grub colony. I guess we'll find out what they do when we get to it. Onbu's starting to get really tired though. He's 80% sleepy. So I have a feeling he's going to fall asleep before we even get to the mountains biome. How you feeling, Onbu? You're definitely looking sleepy. I'm finding one of the hardest things right now is keeping up with the stone slabs and also our wooden plank demands. This research tree needs so many when you start to get further up. Oh no, and our villagers needs just increased to 8. That means we need to maintain a minimum happiness of 8, and ours is only 9 right now. Okay, in that case, we might have to start thinking about getting the wheat harvesting so that we can get bread eventually. But this takes a lot of water to research. We're gonna have to start saving. Oh, there he goes. He fell asleep for sure. At least this area doesn't have any ground toxicity. That was a really good choice, Onbu. Oh, and our villagers have arrived. We're gonna pick them up for sure. It's only 2 though, but it's 1 healthy one and 1 hungry person, so I'll take them. And before we do anything else, I'm gonna send our scavengers out one more time. This time they're gonna go to this place right next to us because there's 50 water right there. And also 15 fish is not too bad as well. There go our scavengers now, flying off into the distance. And I think it's time we actually reopen this town square while we've still got people to spare. Having this fully staffed increases our happiness by 1 at all times, so that gives us a buffer of 2 at the moment. Actually, one thing that could make the difference for us is some landscaping. This might actually help increase the decoration around the homes, and that can add to our decoration bonus over here. We've still got 0 decoration bonus. Look at us go now. We've got 16 water. That should last at least an hour. But I mean, as far as our food go, 306 is kind of crazy. Our daily consumption is only 44, so that's gonna last forever. Now, I've decided to build a second scavenger hut. Having both of these working means that we're not gonna miss anything that comes up on the map. Like for right now, I can swoop over and steal this 40 sand that we would have otherwise missed. Oh, and our other scavengers just came back with a 50 water and 15 fish, so we'll send them out as well. Maybe to grab this 10 iron ore, which is going to be really useful. Onbu's also blessed us with another bowel movement. We'll let the biogas keep coming. Looks like we've got over 100 of that, which is really nice to see. I can see it! It's the mountains biome! Onbu, we're so close! Yes, we've finally done it! That means that we can reactivate all of these air wells that we had paused. Although we don't really have the people to run them all, if I'm honest. We're gonna quickly harvest up all of our cactus and not replant them right yet. And we're gonna swap over our corn, once we harvest it, back to beets. Oh no, we finally found the rock grub colony. They're like insect highways underneath Onbu's feet. Oh my god, he just crushed like 100 of them when he stepped there. What do these guys do again? They make plants and fungi grow 20% slower. They can only be removed by injecting Onbu with insecticide though. Oh my gosh. But actually, these guys have a really good side effect in that they slow poison buildup in Onbu by 50%. That is actually really useful if we accidentally wander into a poison biome. Oh no, this thing up here could be bad. There's a stinkhorn fungi which if Onbu eats it will dampen the mood of our villagers. Might be best if we avoid that because I don't think that we can take the happiness hit, really. All right, time for us to swap back to beets. We're finally in the Goldilocks zone as far as temperature goes. And we'll do the same thing with this other farm. Man, we really need to research different food. Yeah, I think tomatoes is what we're going to need to do once our current research is finished. Oh my gosh, we're so close to the stinkhorn fungi and Onbu's 72% hungry. Quick, I'm going to try and feed him a meatball as soon as possible. I don't know if this is going to be enough though. Okay, Onbu, that's one meatball. We just want it to get below this little line that's hidden there. Oh yes, I think we did it. 48% hungry. And if we just wait for this cooldown, we can maybe feed him another one. Onbu, please don't eat these mushrooms. We can't take the happiness hit. Yes, I think we saved it. That was so lucky. And our happiness is still 10, so we didn't take any debuffs there. That was really good. And what is this? Oh, we found a collapsed mine. A huge boulder falls from the roof and blocks the exit. Let's check another way out or we might be stuck here forever. Why would that even be a choice? Oh, or they go further into the mine to get the iron ore. Oh man, I don't think we can risk it. Nah, you know what? We've made it all this way. We're gonna get some iron ore. Everybody grabs a handful of resources and keeps on walking through the tunnel system. Fortunately, they find another exit with 20 iron ore. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. It pays to take risks. Well, sometimes, I guess. Okay, next place we go actually is going to be this fort ruins all the way over here because it's got 15 3-star foods. They're tropical salads. That's going to give us a temporary boost to our food diversity, so that's going to be really good. And we've got another crossroads up here. So once we get Roxy here into our hornblower again, I think we're going to tell Onbu to continue through the mountains biome. It's been treating us well so far. I don't think we risk going back into the ocean just yet. Also, we're day 93. We're getting really close to day 100. Oh no, it's changed. It's actually a desert hidden over there, you cheeky guy. We have to go back into the ocean. It's kind of the only choice. Our decorations are finally done, so now we can build all of these things to improve the decoration of our housing. I'm thinking we try our hand at improving this flop house a little bit. I mean, it could really use the help. These ones seem to give 2 value, but a pretty short radius. Maybe if we sneak a little flower pot up here and also an overgrown post. Why not? They should both impact this flop house. You can see how this little bar would be completely full once they are built. That should be enough to give us full decoration value for everybody that lives in this flop house, all 30 people. All right, Onbu's also decided to go to sleep, a nightmarish yawn, right before he hits the crossroads. So we've bought a little bit of extra time in the mountains biome. That does give us a little bit of extra time to plant for our next research though. I think we're gonna have to start going with the wheat. It's about that time. I'm just gonna have to save up water and the mushrooms we need for it first. Oh look, and our decorations are completed for the flop house. It's now over 100% of the decoration total, and that means, yes, we've done it. We've finally hit +1 decoration. So that's 1 more permanent happiness. Oh my gosh, we've lost 2 because people are poisoned. I should have left the village doctor on, but I had it paused temporarily to use the people. We're really struggling with herbs though, unfortunately. We're finally starting to get some growing over in our herbalist. It's just been taking a long time. So that's actually perfect timing. Drew, one of our doctors, has gone straight over there to collect them. I think the reason we're taking so much poison is because Onbu's decided to fall asleep on medium ground toxicity, which is not great. Onbu, why do you always make these decisions? You're compromising everybody. Do you know what? I've decided that while we're waiting for all the water, we're going to start research on the trading post. It'll be pretty quick for us to build up that amount of wood. All right, and Onbu's back on his feet, so we're going to start moving again. But he's just copped that extra 10% hungriness from this extra challenge mode we're using. So if you all forget, every time when he wakes up, he gets an extra 10% hunger. So that really adds up super quickly. But to fix that, all we need is 1 more meatball. We're only a meatball away from a happy Onbu. Oh my god, Onbu, you've got beautiful teeth. And geez, we spoil Onbu, I tell you what. Back to his favorite biome, the ocean. He loves to swim. He's such a dog. Wagging his head around. Also, wagging his tail. And we've finally got enough resources to start the research on the trade post. So in no time, we'll be able to build one of those, which is going to be a massive help. Somehow, we've also met the happiness requirements to get new nomads. It's been such a long time since we've had that. And that's actually without anybody in the town square. So we've got this temporary food quality buff, which has really got us over the line. I think that was from this tropical salads we picked up temporarily. Oh my gosh, look at Onbu. He's paddling his little legs as fast as he can. He's just lucky he's so buoyant. He doesn't really have to try that hard. Now, it looks like Onbu's going to get a free meal here. There's a school of fish which he can get to. And then just after that, we're going to have a sleeping spot, which is really useful. Actually, Onbu wasn't hungry enough for the fish. He's kind of swum straight past them. Oh, Onbu, you're only just under the line. But that's all right. And actually, this is huge. We've finally found a shrine that has ancient notes in it. We're going to send our scavengers there straight away. We need like 5 of these before we can do our glass blower research. This is going to be a big block for us to get some more advanced things. Like in particular, the gourmet kitchen is the only way we can make better food. So any shrines that we see are going to be priority. Now, Onbus found himself a nice place to sleep on this island, and we have finally researched the trading post. To build one though, we need 20 planks, 50 stone slabs, and 30 bricks. It's expensive, but it's definitely going to be worth it. I think we'll just plop it down here for right now. Over near the scavenger hunts makes sense to my brain. Oh my gosh, a whirlpool? Oh, lucky we're safe on this island, Onbu. This whirlpool was coming for us. It would have made Onbu expend more energy while swimming, but luckily we're safe on the island. Okay, here it looks like we've got no choice but to go down into the desert. I am not going into this poison area. I want to avoid that at all costs. Oh my gosh, what are we in right now? A spore patch? A large patch of poisonous spores drifting on the surface. Oh, Onbu. This is going to add to his poison. Do you know what though? We still do have this hardened buff, which means Onbu's poison buildup will be slowed by 50%. That's a huge W to the rock grubs. Those guys are so good. All right, Onbu, I think we'll survive this poison water. Oh, and by the way, day 101. I missed day 100. I'm so sad. We'll have to celebrate once we're back on land, Onbu. Okay, Onbu's toxicity has actually reached 30%, so I think that's cause for us to give him another antitoxin just to knock the edge off that. There we go. Our doctors are loading it in the hot air balloon, and off we go. Off to deliver it right into Onbu's schnozzer. There you go, Onbu. Be depoisoned. There we go. Right down to 5%. Okay. We have about 10 spare water if we start planting this wheat, but I think we do it. Let's live on the edge. It's all for the name of increasing the happiness through food variety, so I think it'll be worth it. This is all dependent on how quickly we can restock our water though. All of our air wells are currently 50% in the ocean biome. We're also punishing bricks at the moment, and we've got up to 38. Oh my gosh, wait, I just went down to 28. What are we building? Oh yeah, I totally forgot about the trade post down here. We've got majority of the materials supplied already, and here come our villagers with most of the rest actually. Yep, that's all of the brick, all of the stone. We just need 10 more wood planks, which shouldn't be an issue. Oh, here comes Roxy with the last of them. And the building has finally started, thank goodness. Why are these trees always in the road when I try and have a look at these types of things? So annoying. But there we go, we've got a trade post now. Now, what happens with this is, after a certain amount of time, which I think we can see up here, yeah, the next trader will arrive in 23 hours. Basically, we can trade all of the resources on the left side. This is what we have stored on Onbu's back, and we can hopefully swap them with something really important that they might bring. But we'll have to wait for that. One day. We are also just going into the desert biome, so that means we're gonna have to change our farms around again. Oh yeah, our beets are out of temperature range. Not the best. Okay, well, we'll go to corn for this farm, and of course we'll have to swap back to cactus on the other one, just so we have a regular supply of water, because all of our air wells have stopped working. The really good thing though is this frees up all of the workers that sit inside of them so that they can do other tasks. Previously, before the most recent update, you could make these automatic so they didn't require people to be inside of them, but you can't seem to do that anymore. You can just make them more efficient in certain areas, but these are really expensive upgrades. Our tree clearing is going really good as well. These guys are making a big open area here. It's possible we might need to build another farm soon, so that's really useful. We'll see how we go. This berry farm we've got over here is just so efficient. I've only got one person in each of these houses. Yeah, not even anyone in here, and we still have 2 unbuilt berry gatherers up here. And I'm keeping a constant supply of berries to this kitchen. I could probably fuel 2 kitchens if I'm honest. Oh, our wheat harvesting is complete though. That's really big. Next, we need a windmill though. That's another 50 planks and 50 stone slabs. And then we need a whole bunch of resources again for the bakery. Man, it's so expensive, but we've got to get this moving. Okay, Onbu, the only reason I'm not upset about about this sleeping spot is because there's no toxicity here. And you haven't slept on top of any sandworms this time, so that's also good. Somehow you avoided the sandstorm as well, so I'm really proud of you, Onbu. You're learning slowly. Oh, I can see our scavengers just getting back as well. They've brought back 2 ancient notes, which is huge. Okay, this time with our scavengers, I think we're just going to go get some extra water and a bit of fish. And I think we'll do the same with this other oasis. It's just in our range. Oh, no way. The traders arrived. Oh, man. Please have something good for us. Okay, it looks like they got lots of different food. Some of these things, actually kelp could be really useful for something we can build. There's glass, that's really important. And, oh my gosh, they trade ancient notes. How much are these? They're 300 each. What do I need to trade to get that much in value? Everything in this category seems to be about 25 value. Everything in the medium category seems to be 10 in value. So we're gonna have to use a lot of these things. But actually, we're sitting on just a whole pile of compost. I think that's going to be the best bet. I can easily spare 900 value just from that alone. But let's throw in some kelp and, man, even the glass is 100 each, but I think we do it. I'll give over all of my compost and we still need 700. My goodness. I'm also going to give over some heal shrooms, which is a bit of a risk, but I think that's worth it. Okay, let's call this a fair trade. This is going to help push us up the tech tree so much faster. Oh no, Onbu. How could you do it? You did get wandering sandworms again. Oh no, this makes plants and fungi grow 20% faster. Actually, that is really good. I think that means our crops will grow faster. And most importantly, that means our cactus will grow faster because we are completely out of water still. You know what? I think I am going to build that next farm. If I put one just here. Oh, these Elefleas are in the road. Okay, sorry Elefleas, but your time is up. We've got our pest control on the job. Who is this? Oh, it's Leland. Get absolutely flamethrowered. Oh, wait, what just happened? He jumped away. I'm so confused. Did he pass out or did he just burrow into Onbu? I'm not quite sure. All right, well, the other one's gone as well now. So that does leave room for our farms. And actually, we're going to put 2 back to back because I think this is a more efficient way to have your farms. Okay, our windmill is researching 2. This is going to be huge. We're 2 big steps towards getting bread. Oh no, our villager needs have increased to 9 now. We've only got a 1-point buffer in happiness. That's not good. Oh, just in time. Our scavengers are back with 50 water. That's huge, actually. For this next one, we're going to go for these couple of tools and more iron. Iron's going to be one of those roadblocks we see later on. So if we get it now, that's huge. Okay, just in time, we've got another farm built. I'm going to load this up with people. I'm going to make almost the maximum size we can. And we're going to make this another cactus farm. It's probably one of the only ways we're going to be able to get enough water to survive. Oh my gosh, and Onbu is 86% hungry again. Okay, I'm going to shoot him a meatball. Okay, this is looking really good. Our farmers over here have filled up this space in no time. We've even stocked up over 100 water already just between these 2 little cactus farms. Oh, actually, it's probably more to do with the scavengers that have brought back that much water, but hey, just let me pretend that my whole civilization is actually working for once. With our next scavenger, I'm going to go and poach this 30 bread from this ruined settlement. That sounds amazing. I'm a bit worried about this bread though. I mean, if this is a ruined settlement, how is this bread not moldy? It's been sitting there for probably 100 years. You know what? As long as it makes my villagers happy, I'm happy. We've also got our corn rolling in now as well. So we're converting that corn, well, cooking, I should say, into polenta, a 1-star food into a 2-star food. Still in our food management menu, we've told everybody that they can't eat the raw resources. So we're only eating the 2nd level food, which is awesome. We really need this level 3 food though. That's going to be the big difference. I also decided to bypass this hellhole. I mean, there's so much poison here. A spore moth burrow, stinkhorn fungi, which makes your villagers sad, and a sandworm nest. Plus, you know, there's going to be so much poison in there as well. And we're going back to the mountains over here with our friends, the Elefleas. Okay, we have our fresh trader who's just arrived. Please give me something good, trader. Okay, actually, nothing that great. We might save our resources on this one. Not even any water I can buy. Jerk trader not giving me water. But actually, we are up to 277, which means we can research the bakery. That's kind of huge. We're doing it. All right, that leaves us in an awkward position again with not much water. But all of our air wells are fully functioning now, so we can start to fill these back up with our people. And we'll pull them all from the farms. So none of these farms will be working right now. The other 2, though, they're going back to planting beets. We have also reached day 110. Man, this is going fast. But look, actually, there's one thing we really need to do. Onbu's health is 50%. That's way too low. But we have been able to make an Onbu health potion. So from our doctors, we can use this. We've got Andra here loading it into the hot air balloon. And now our doctors are off to start healing up Onbu. Oh man, I can't wait to get him back to full health. Onbu, I'm sorry we've been neglecting you for so long. There he goes, right up the schnoz. And that brings his health back up to 70%. That's so good. Wait, why is everyone rioting? No, we've got poison again. Oh, how did that happen? We've lost 3 points. Oh, it's because Onbu's sleeping in medium toxicity. Onbu, every time. And do you know what? The only reason it's so bad is because he's sleeping in cold weather as well. What are you doing, Onbu? Okay, we're gonna have to tell him to start walking. You had to sleep in the one cold snap in this whole area, didn't you? Oh no, that's cooked our herbs and also our mushrooms that we use for Onbu food. Okay, but crisis is over. We fixed up the poison and that's increased the happiness, so we're kind of in a good-ish spot again. We also finished the research for our bakery. Now, these are 2 buildings that we really need to make, and I think we might just squeeze them in down below here. That should work. I even put a sneaky little road in here as well, but we'll have to get that all up and going for next time. I will even start this farm out so that we can start to grow a bit of wheat as well. That's going to really help our food and our happiness big time. But we're doing really well. Once we can grow back some of our heal shrooms, we'll keep making Onbu some health potions, and man, we're really progressing through here. Day 111, and we're still going strong somehow. Although, Onbu, why are you standing in a whole bunch of Ella fleas again? We're gonna get another infection. That's like 50 different infections this run. Such a dirty guy. Somehow we're holding all of this together. Don't ask me how it's all working. It's just hanging by a thread, if you ask me. But we'll see you next time. Love you. Mwah. Okay, bye.